Hi friends, I am Avinash. In the last video we have seen about the prelim strategy for the group 1. Now we will discuss about the mains strategy for the group 1 examination conducted by the Telangana Public Service Commission. So see here, this is the detailed syllabus, okay, that is given in the official website of the Telangana Public Service Commission. Now I will discuss the Telangana Group 1 mains syllabus in detail. Now just try to understand this very clearly, and according to this you plan your preparation. So all this, the next, the coming minutes in this video will be very much useful for you in your Group 1 preparation strategy, and also for your success in the Group 1 examination of the Telangana State Public Service Commission mains exam. So see here, there is a paper. There is the first, once you qualify in the prelims, you will be going to the mains. In the mains, the first day you have to write the first paper, that is what is called as the general English paper. General English paper. And friends, just try to understand here, the general English paper is a qualifying paper, or it is a qualifying test. Now you have to understand very clearly, they will test your minimum, underline the word minimum, English language skills. Minimum English language skills. The TSPSC has not mentioned the percentage of the qualifying marks that a candidate should secure to qualify in this particular exam. They will mention it whenever the group 1 notification is released. Now just try to understand here, general English paper, which is a qualifying paper, do not neglect this particular paper. I will give you one single fact. Now see here, the same general English paper will also be there for the UPSC. Civil Service, IAS and IPS exam. Now in that general English paper, I will tell you one fact. Every year, minimum 10,000 to 12,000 people, they qualify the prelims and they go and write the mains UPSC. In that, can you imagine, nearly 1,000 people, they will be struggling to qualify in the general English paper of the UPSC. So when you do not clear that particular general English paper, obviously what will happen is that you will not be able to secure good rank, or you will not be in the final list of this particular examination. So understand that very clearly. General English, although it is a qualifying paper, do not neglect that particular paper. Of course, it will be easy paper for the English medium student. Why? Because it is very clearly given that they will give the where you have to write one letter writing, précis writing. Then you have to go for the comprehensive writing. Then they will give some grammar part, that is the active passive. Spelling mistakes, punctuation, fill in the blanks, simple things they will give. But the same paper will be maybe a difficult paper for a Telugu medium candidate. Now, what the Telugu medium candidate should do in this particular general English paper? Very simple. You daily try to read the English newspaper. Preferably, you go for the Hindu newspaper. Now, whenever you are Telugu medium student, I am telling this for Telugu medium student. Whenever you are reading the Hindu newspaper, obviously you will get some difficult words. Now, what you have to do is that there is an old dictionary published in the 1850 during the British times by a Telugu person. That dictionary is called as Shankar Narayana. Dictionary by Shankar Narayana. In that, the Telugu to English translation will be there for all the English words. So what you do when you are reading newspaper, you develop the habit of newspaper. Anyhow, you will read it for current affairs. I am telling this for Telugu medium students. You take the Shankar Narayana dictionary. You just whenever there is a difficult word, you go for the English medium, and then you go for this particular understanding the topic in detail. That is how you build your skill of general English over a period of time. So understand that this is for Telugu medium student. Otherwise, the English medium student, I think they should not find any difficulty in qualifying this particular general English paper. It's a easy paper. The topics that are given is very simple. You need to write one letter, you need to write one report, you have to go for comprehension, and grammatical part is there. So this is the thing here. As of now, the TSPSC has not released the model paper. We will, whenever they release, you just track it. But okay, you don't neglect this particular thing. Why? Because I have given you the fact that many people will fail to qualify this particular paper in the central UPSC level. So you do not neglect this particular paper. Now coming to the, so this is done general English qualifying test. Okay, easy for the English medium students. Telugu medium students, they have to start preparation right now by taking the help of the Shankar Narayana dictionary. Or if at all you have any smartphone, you just go for the Google Translator. You just okay, read it in the English, you translate it, then you will get the Telugu meaning of it and the Telugu explanation of that particular thing. Okay, so this is how you go for the general English qualifying test paper. Not much difficult for English medium, difficult to an extent to the Telugu medium students, but obviously practice makes man perfect, so there is no need of fear for the Telugu medium students. So we'll try to understand the concept of the general essay. In the paper 1 we have something like general essay. Now if you observe very clearly, now if you observe the keywords that are mentioned in this particular syllabus of the general essay, you will try to understand that these topics, the 6 topics of the general essay that are mentioned here in the syllabus book, they will fit into your other areas of the Group 1 main syllabus. They will fit into your other areas of the Group 1 mains syllabus paper. So obviously it is advantage. The advantage is this. When you are perfect with the other papers of the this particular paper 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 of the Group 1 mains, obviously you will be in a better position to write a very good essay. Okay, understand that very clearly. Now understand one point. The 6 topics, subtopics mentioned in the general essay, they are part of your syllabus. Okay, other parts of the syllabus. For example, take the case of this particular developments in science and technology. 5th topic of the general essay, development in science and technology, latest developments in science and technology. Now this latest developments in science and technology already you will be covering in the paper 5. Okay, part 1, 50 marks paper, science and technology, recent developments in India. So obviously when you cover this 50 marks paper, what are the latest space technologies developed in India? What are the latest defense technologies? What is the latest nuclear technologies, health technologies developed in India? All that information will be useful for you. Okay, if at all you choose to write one essay, if at all you choose to write an essay, okay, asked on the science and technology topic. So understand that very clearly. Now what they will do, okay, in the general essay, okay, they will be you have to write 3 essays. You have to write 3 essays. Understand that very clearly. Okay, they will give total 6 essays. They divide into 3 sections. In each section, they will give 2 essays, and you have to pick one essay and write one essay. Total 6 essays they will give, 3 sections. You have to pick one from each section and write. Each essay is 50 marks. Now, if you prepare well for this particular science and technology, you will be in a position, you will be having the confidence. Yes, I prepared the science and technology portion very well here. Now, whenever there is any essay on science and technology, definitely you will be writing a very beautiful and wonderful essay on the science and technology. But to do that, you should be very much perfect in this particular part of the syllabus. That is the part 4, paper 4, part 1, science and technology, latest developments in India. That is how it is working. Now same thing if you understand very clearly, okay, historical and cultural heritage of India. Historical and cultural heritage of India topic, 4th topic in the general essay. Now if you are very much perfect in the paper 2, that is the history and culture of India, 50 marks paper, and the history and culture of Telangana, 50 marks paper, okay, you can write this particular essay, historical and cultural heritage part of India essay. You can pick and you can write it in a beautiful and wonderful manner. There is no doubt about that. Why? Because once you have that subject knowledge, okay, you will develop the confidence. Okay, once you have that confidence, you will be picking up the essay and writing a very beautiful essay, so that you will get the very good marks in this particular general essay paper. Now just try to understand here, what is general essay? What is the general essay? So see here, essay is nothing but a written interview. I call it as a written interview. So what is this written interview? You know about interview. You know about interview. You will be sitting in front of panel of people, and they will be asking the questions, and you will be telling the questions. I already told you in the before class, that the panel members, they will try to understand your inner self or your inner character, or the way you think, or the way you are aligning your thinking to solve the problems. Okay, that they will understand from inside. Okay, in the interview, the written interview means your positive essay is a written interview. Means they will ask one essay related to the social issues or social problems. Now, you have to write the essay in such a manner that it should reflect your character. And that character should be positive, that should be problem solving in nature, and that should be trying to solve that particular problem in detail as an administrator. So like that, okay, are you getting the things? Essay is nothing but a written interview where you have to present your views in a positive, logical, and analytical manner, okay, with a solution oriented, okay, and administrative point of view. So that is the thing here. So this is the thing here. So when you read the syllabus, you develop the subject content, and simultaneously you will be preparing for the interview. That is, I told you in the previous class that you are in the process of building your character and leadership qualities. The same thing, you blend the or you mix the subject with your leadership qualities, then you will be writing a excellent essay. You will be writing a very good essay, okay, that will bring you a good marks. Now, when you should start the essay preparation? Once you complete the entire subjects in the remaining papers, then your general essay preparation will be started. How it will be started? You have to write the essays. At least once the notification is released. Imagine 6 months time is there for the group 1, okay, prelims. Every day you have to write at least one essay. Every day you have to write at least one essay. One day you have to write essay on social issues and problems. The next day, economic growth and justice. Okay, the next day, dynamics of Indian politics. Okay, like that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday you give the break. Again you start on Monday. Like that you repeat. Okay, like that you do for 6 months. Okay, after completing this particular subject part, okay, syllabus part, there is no doubt you will be writing the essay and you will get very good marks in the essay paper. Now understand this one more thing. Essay paper will be very much crucial in mains examination. Why? Because if you write an excellent essay, you get very good marks. If you are not able to give the good content, and if you are not able to present the good in a good manner, then you will get very low marks. Okay, so in a way I can say that the essay will decide your rank in the final list of the group 1. There is no doubt about that. Whether you take this exam or whether you take the UPSC exam also, same thing applies. Essay will decide your final marks in the entire examination. You have the total 900 marks for the written part of the examination. If you perform well, obviously you will get more marks. So understand that very clearly. So general essay, this is how you do it. First and foremost thing is that you complete, if you are perfect in the other parts of the syllabus, remaining parts of the syllabus, you will be good at this particular general essay. Okay, understand that very clearly. Second thing is that the second most important thing is that essay is a written interview. It has to reflect your character, it has to reflect your positive set of mind, it has to reflect your problem solving thinking ability. Okay, understand that very clearly. Okay, so these things you don't not forget. Okay, you're getting nothing. First, you should be perfect with the subject. Second is that practice. Third is that it should reflect your character, leadership abilities, problem solving abilities. Understand that very clearly. If you do that, you will get good marks. And finally, you remember your essay marks will decide your final marks in this particular group 1 mains examination. So keep that in mind and align your preparation. So that is the thing here. And so this particular essay, so you after completing the syllabus, you focus on this particular thing. Understand that very clearly. Okay, are you getting the thing? Before you start writing essays without having any subject knowledge, then I am sure that you will be not able to write a very good essay. For example, take the case of the education and HRD, human resource development related essay. Education and human resource development, HRD means human resource development related essay. To write a good essay on education and human resource development, you should know, okay, the educational development in India. What are the various policies? What are the various laws? What are the various programs at the Indian government level, at the national level, at the Telangana or Telangana level? Okay, what are the best practices in the education at the global level? Which country is the best skilled country in the world? Okay, how it is able to become a best skilled country in the world? Okay, what are the best education policies available throughout the world? So that is all subject matter. So all those facts, programs, policies, best practices, everything that will be covered as part of your subject, and that you can include here in writing a very good essay on the education. So that is what I am saying you again and again. You improve the subject knowledge in the other papers, automatically you can write the very good essays, provided you practice. How you practice? So 6 topics, Monday to Saturday, every day one topic, 6 months time. Then you do it, definitely you can get very good marks in the essay. So this is the simple trick for the essay. Understand that very clearly. It is a written interview. It is a written interview. The essay should be positive. It should be clear, and it should be trying to fix or solve the problem. Okay, that is the thing here. So this is the general essay part. So remember these things very clearly. These things very clearly. Why? Because the people will have different type of notions regarding the essay. So this is the thing here. Paper 2. What about this particular paper 2? What about this particular paper 2? In the syllabus paper, it is clearly mentioned history, culture and geography. History, culture and geography, paper 2. So again, it is a 150 marks paper divided into 3 subsections. First is the history and culture of India. So what it is saying in the syllabus book, history and culture of India. Very simple to say. This syllabus, history and culture of India, it covers 4 topics. So what are those 4 topics? First is ancient India. You can simply refer the NCERT Ancient India book. It can cover the ancient India part. Second is the medieval India. Again, medieval India NCERT book, that is more than sufficient to cover this particular medieval India topic in this particular history and culture of India. Third is the modern India. So modern India, again NCERT book, that is more than enough to cover this particular modern India. Apart from that, you should also read the art and culture of India. So art and culture of India, there is one good book. Many people don't know about that book, the Art and Culture of India, Indian Culture, or simply the title is Indian Culture, written by Asuf Saeed. The name of the author is Asuf Saeed. So Asuf Saeed, he is the Indian Foreign Service officer. He written this book, Indian Culture and Heritage. So that will cover the culture of India. So understand here very clearly. In paper 2, first section, you have history and culture of India. History of India means it is ancient India, medieval India, modern India. That is the British times. And the culture of India. The best book for the culture is Asuf Saeed. In this book, he describes in detail the Indian art, Indian architecture, Indian architecture during ancient times, medieval times, modern times or British times, the Indian music, Indian dance, Indian literature, Indian books, so all these things, the Indian festivals, he describes in a simple manner, in a simple language. So that is more than sufficient for you to address the culture of India topic here. So very simple, ancient India, medieval India, culture, Indian culture and the modern India. 4 subdivisions are there within this particular history and culture of India topic. Understand that very clearly. Okay, you're getting nothing. Then history and culture of Telangana. History and culture of Telangana. So here in this history and culture of Telangana, you will discuss about this particular, okay, the Shatavahanas. Okay, that is the ancient history of Telangana, the Shatavahanas, Ishwakus, okay, Vishnu Kundins, okay, the impact and the rise of Jainism and Buddhism in the Telangana. So all these are part of the, okay, ancient, okay, Telangana history. Apart from that, you also have in the second topic history and culture of Telangana, medieval Telangana history. Medieval Telangana history. In the medieval Telangana history, you discuss about this particular Kakatiya, Velma kingdoms, Qutub Shahis, okay, then Asaf Jahi dynasty. So all these things you will discuss. Apart from that, you also discuss this particular the rule of the, okay, Nizam also. So these are the some points they will touch in this particular history and culture of Telangana. So obviously the Ashok Kumar sir, he is launching the exclusive, okay, lecture on the history and culture of Telangana. So that preparation in this particular history of culture of Telangana is included by the Ashok Kumar sir in this particular app, Telangana Ashok Academy app, very clearly. You just follow this, okay, then sir, you just follow this sir content, Ashok sir content, that will be more than enough. Okay. Then see here, the third section it covers geography of India and Telangana. Geography of India and Telangana. So see here. Here you have to discuss about the geography of India and also the geography of Telangana. So understand one more thing here. Here you do not have the world geography. Here you do not have world geography. But here you have the geography of India and Telangana. Understand one more thing here. If you observe very clearly, this geography of India and Telangana section, it is a very bulky section. It's a very bulky section. That means there are a lot of topics in it. Okay, you have a large number of topics in this particular section. So I found it that of all the papers here given here, okay, this particular section, geography of India and Telangana, it has got a lot of topics in it. So he is asking about the Indian geography, physiography of India, the rivers in India, soils in India, forests in India, climate of India. Okay, he is asking about the water resources, mineral resources of India, energy resources, ocean resources. Okay, lot of things, lot of topics. Indian agriculture, Indian minerals, Indian industries. Okay, all these things are covered here. Urbanization, population, transportation, national highways, railways, infrastructure. So lot of content is given in this particular geography of India and the Telangana. Okay, also. I found it very clear that if you can master this particular paper, okay, you will be able to score very good marks in the paper 2. So understand that very clearly. Each and every paper, if you observe very clearly, except the sixth paper, each and every paper has got certain very difficult topics, and the person who identify those difficult topics and master those difficult topics will be able to score good marks in the, okay, this particular group 1 mains examination. And in this paper 2, the difficult part is geography of India and Telangana. Why? Because the topics are given in bulky. Second is that the syllabus is heavy. And the content, okay, you have to gather a lot of facts, and you have to present in a very good manner. That's a challenging part. And geography of India and Telangana, it's a difficult section in this particular paper 2. Always remember that fact very clearly. Except paper 6, each and every other paper has got certain very difficult topics. The person who are aspirant who identify the topic and master the topic will only get good score in the overall, okay, paper scoring. So that is the thing here. So here, this is the thing here. As part of the Telangana geography, again same thing. Is asking about the physical settings of Telangana, soils, rivers, forests, mineral resources of Telangana, population of Telangana, agriculture, activities, urbanization. Okay, all these things he's asking. Very simple. First you have to understand the geography, okay, of India. That means you read about the soils of India. Then simultaneously you have to read the soils of Telangana. You understand about the population statistics about the India at the India level. You specifically, then you come and specifically focus on the Telangana population statistics. Like that. You understand about the mineral resources of India. Then you specifically focus on the mineral resources available in the Telangana. So all these things are there, okay, and this kind of coordination is required here when you are studying this particular subject. So this is how you proceed. This is the difficult paper. You master it, you get good score here. Similarly, paper 3. Similarly, paper 3. Indian Society, Constitution and Governance, paper 3. Now, here the 3 subsections are given again. First is Indian and Telangana Society. Indian and the Telangana Society. So as part of Indian society, okay, you have to discuss about the women, various issues related to women, the various issues related to child labor, girl child, migration, issues related to disabled persons, issues related to old age people, issues related to backward communities, tribal people. Okay, what are the various problems? Okay, what policies the government has brought for their upliftment, how they are being implemented. Okay, what more should be done to implement and bring justice and provide inclusion to these people in the society, that is the tribals, SC, ST, BC, okay, then disabled women, children, migrant workers, all these things. So apart from that, he also asked some issues like unemployment, secularism, communalism, okay, all agricultural labor, urbanization, environmental issues. Okay, they asked this particular thing as part of the Indian society. After Indian society, specifically he asked about the Telangana society. What are the issues in the Telangana society? Okay, we have wet tea system. We have problems with jogging. Okay, we have this particular Devadasi system. We have the problem of child marriages in the rural areas. We have the problem of fluorosis in some parts of the Telangana state. We have the problem of migrant labor. Okay, from Telangana they go into other countries. Okay, for work. So these are various issues in our Telangana society. Again, if you observe very clearly, you need to integrate Indian society and then understand the dynamics of the Telangana society, integrate and write, then that will be a very good answer. So here you have a lot of facts to study in the Indian and Telangana society, and you have a lot of issues. And if you take any issue, you have to understand it in a different dimensions. For example, you take this particular woman, you take the woman in the Indian society, Telangana society. So you have to understand the topic of women from various dimensions. For example, gender dimension, okay, regarding studies, okay, how they were being education dimension, political dimension, why the participation of the women is very low in the politics, administrative dimension, okay, why the participation of women in administration is very low, okay, financial inclusion dimension, okay, you have to understand from the domestic violence, okay, what is the problem, how we have to address, like that various issues, social, economic, political, okay, all these dimensions are there for each and every topic. In a way, this is a very deep topic, that means it has a lot of depth in it, okay, including you have the analysis part, you also have the factual part. So in the Indian and Telangana society, now try to understand here, that's why it is given as a separate, see here, social issues and problems in India in essay. If you can master this particular paper of 50 marks, you can easily write one essay on social issues and problems in the essay. So try to link these particular things. So understand this very clearly. So this is how it is happening. So understand one more thing. Indian and Telangana society topic, 50 marks. It's very deep. Okay, it has a lot of content. There will be a lot of facts. You have to analyze the things from various dimensions, and you have to write very good answer. And whatever the content you are preparing here, useful for you in the general essay, social issues and problems topic also. Understand that very clearly. Now see here, Indian polity and Constitution of India. It is mostly static. Second one, mostly static. You can read from Lakshmikant. English medium students, you can read from Lakshmikant. Latest updates, latest bills, latest policies, you have to track it from the newspapers, and also I told you PRS Legislative Research website. Now if you prepare this particular Indian polity very clearly with the current affairs content from the PRS, you will be able to write a very good essay on, see here, dynamics of Indian polity, dynamics of Indian politics. So understand here, I told you very clearly, first only, if you prepare the subject, essay part will be easy. Understand that very clearly. Okay. So once Indian polity is done, then you can easily go for the dynamics of the Indian politics. A good essay you can write, provided you have the very good current affairs content. I told you current affairs of the Indian polity you should get from the PRS Legislative Research website, and you will be reading the Lakshmikant book for the static part. Governance. See here. Governance. So see here, why this particular topic of governance is included? Why? Because obviously you will be becoming a future administrator in the Group 1 service. So obviously you should have that particular administrative bent of mind. So to imbibe the or to impart the administrative skills in the aspirants, Group 1 aspirants, or future Group 1 officers, the TSPSC has included the topic of the governance. Topic of the governance. So this particular topic, it has its roots in the subject of public administration. This particular topic of governance, it has its roots in the subject of public administration. Understand that very clearly. Now, as I told you earlier, in each and every paper, there will be one section included by the TSPSC, which is a difficult section. You have to identify it. You master it, definitely you will get good marks in that entire paper. I already told you paper 2, the difficult section is Geography of India and Telangana. Well, because there are a lot of things to learn here. Similarly, in the paper 3, the difficult section is governance. The difficult section here is governance. Difficult means it is not that it is not possible to read, not like that. Difficult means you require some extra hard work, you require some extra knowledge, you require some extra practice. You need to gather some facts from various sources. That is how it will be a difficult topic. Difficult means it doesn't mean that you do not understand it or you cannot understand it. No, not like that. You require some extra hard work or effort to understand the topic or master the topic. Such a topic in the paper 3 is governance. I told you it is included. Why it is included? It is included. Why? Because as a future administrator, you should know the administrative aspects. Okay, relating nothing is Group 1 officer. It has its roots in the public administration. It has its roots in the public administration. Now you may get it out. Why they have included the Geography of India and Telangana so much syllabus with lot of content? Why they made it difficult? Why? Because as a future administrator, you need to know the mineral resources of the Telangana. Okay, you need to know the policies and programs related to mineral resources of Telangana. As a future Group 1 officer, you should be able to give the good policy decisions to the government of Telangana that you go for the mining of this particular mineral. Why? Because it is having some sort of export value. Why? Because you can manufacture some good things by applying science and technology to that particular mineral. So this is how you should they have made this particular subject. Simply don't read the things for the sake of reading. Everything will have an application. Geography, science and technology. You very simple. I will give one example. You will study about one mineral in the Telangana mineral resources topic, geography. Then here you will apply, you will know about the science and technology, latest mineral extraction technologies. Then what you do? You add the value to that, you extract that mineral, you add value to that mineral. Then when you export, what will happen? It will lead to the economic development of the Telangana state. And ultimately what will happen? The society will flourish. So this is how it is. So don't think simply it is a syllabus, this is the content I will read. No, everything has a application. And if you clearly focus, each and everything will have a lot of application. So understand this very clearly. First you develop the habit that I am reading this particular Group 1, for bringing the betterment in the Telangana society, for bringing the changes in the lives of the Telangana society, for bringing the happiness and peace in the lives of the people of Telangana. Like that, you have that mindset in the mind, then you read or study. Then only you will be able to understand the things, apply the things, and you will definitely you will qualify this exam. Not only qualifying, you become a Group 1 officer and you become a successful officer, like that. So this is the difficult part. Governance, it has its roots in public administration. So here they discussed about various things like governance or administration at the central level, state level, district level, and the local government level. They discuss about the various things like ethics and values in the administration. Okay, the rules and regulations of the civil service. Okay, so all these things were there. Okay, I'll get in a thing. Some starting entire Indian administration topics are included in this particular governance. Okay, understand that very clearly. It is somewhat difficult. No doubt, it is a difficult topic, but you have a lot of application. So understand this very clearly. Governance, paper 3. Then we go for the paper 4. Paper 4, economy and development. Paper 4, economy and development. Now can you guess what is the difficult topic in this particular or difficult section in this particular paper 4, economy and development? As I told you earlier itself, every paper has got a difficult topic or a difficult section. People who master that, they will get overall good score and they will select. Now after the paper 3, that is the Indian Society, Constitution and Governance. So I told you the difficult part is governance. Now we will discuss about the paper 4. Economy and development. Now just guess what is the difficult section in this particular paper 4. I told you before each and every paper we have a difficult section. Here geography of India and Telangana. Here governance, which has its roots in public administration. Now what is the difficult part in the economy and development paper 4? The difficult part here is the environment and development. So understand here very clearly. See here we have here two common topics. Economy, Indian economy, Telangana economy. Very simple topics. I told you, the before class in the prelims preparation strategy, the same books, that is the Shankar Ganesh, you build the basics, you build the confidence. Then you just take the syllabus of Indian economy, then you read the topics from the Dutt and Sundaram. Then you just add the new facts from the economic survey of Government of India. In case of Indian economy, you will add the economic survey, new facts from the Telangana government economic survey. Okay, understand that very clearly. It's very simple topics, very simple topics. If you have any doubt regarding any economics related terminology, you just refer arthopedia.com website, which is written and maintained by the Indian Economic Service officers. Very simple topics. I think in entire this particular paper, the simplest topics are Indian economy, Telangana economy. Why they are simple? Why? Because the syllabus is not given too much. It is a simple syllabus. For example, Indian economy, they have given only few topics like national income, the concepts of national income, one topic. Second, they give the topic about the poverty and unemployment. So when you are reading about the poverty, you should understand the various definitions of the poverty given by Indian government, given by the World Bank, given by the United Nations also. You should also understand the various committees constituted by the Indian government, okay, on poverty removal or poverty elevation in India. Then you should also know about the various recommendations made by those committees. So all this content on poverty in the Indian economy, you will get in the Dutt and Sundaram book. The facts are very clear, okay, and you will not find any difficulty in understanding this particular thing. Then they give the topic about the money and banking. That is how the banking, system or institutions will work in India. Then they gave about the topic of the public finance. That is the budget, taxes, incomes, fiscal deficit, all those things. Okay. So very simple. And final chapter, fifth chapter in the Indian economy is planning. Okay, the planning. Okay, what 12 5-year plans? What are the achievements of these 12 5-year plans over a period of time? Why we replaced the planning commission with the Niti Aayog? What are the functions of Niti Aayog? All those things. So it's a simple topic. I can say very confidently, this Indian economy is a very simple topic. Now, here the take. If you understand the Indian economy topics, it is very easy to understand the Telangana economy topics. Understand that very clearly. If you understand the Indian economy, you can easily understand the next topic, next 50 marks, that is the Telangana economy. Only thing that will change is concepts will remain same. The facts will change. That's it. Here you have to read about the GDP of India. Here you have to read about the GSDP of Telangana state. Here you will read about the agriculture production at the national level. Here you have to read about the agriculture production at the Telangana state level. So like this, you have to read these two topics or these two sections in an integrated manner. So I can say very confidently that these two topics, they're very easy. They're very easy. Why? Because the syllabus is given, okay, very short syllabus is given, and they have picked up the only few easy topics from the economy. Okay, are you getting the things? So once you master Indian economy, Telangana economy will be very simple. But in the Telangana economy, you have to understand that very clearly. The thing here in the Telangana economy is they have included some historical aspects of the Telangana economy. For example, they have included a topic like what is the state of Telangana economy during the Nizam time. Okay, are you getting the thing? That is in the Hyderabad state. What is the state of Telangana economy during the United Andhra Pradesh? What is the status of the Telangana economy? Why during the United Andhra Pradesh the Telangana economical development was suppressed? Okay, what are the exact reasons? So all these things, Telangana economy historical background will be part of this particular Telangana movement paper. That is the idea of Telangana 1948 to 1970. In this section, it will be covered in detail. So whatever the subject knowledge you will gain here with the help of the Ashok sir, Telangana Academy app, you will apply that knowledge here in the first two topics of the Telangana economy. So that is the thing here. So apart from that, they also included the land reforms in the Telangana. Human resources of the Telangana, the agricultural activities in the Telangana, and the in detail explanation of the agriculture sector, industrial sector, services sector. That is the three sectors of the Telangana economy in detail. Very simple topic. Telangana economy included the economic history during the Hyderabad state, that is the Nizam time. The economic history during the United Andhra Pradesh time. Why the Telangana was economically deprived during that particular time period. The thing you will cover here in the paper 6 by the Ashok sir. Telangana movement and state formation, topic 1. Okay. Then, apart from that, human resource of Telangana, agriculture of Telangana, industrial development of Telangana, service sector of the Telangana state. That is the IT, tourism, okay, all these things, entertainment, all these things, sectors, their progress, their results, and the revenue they earn. Okay, so this is how you understand the Telangana economy. But mostly here you integrate the Telangana economy with the Indian economy with the Telangana economy. For Indian economy, you have to read the Economic Survey of India. For Telangana economy, you have to read the Economic Survey of the Telangana state released by the Telangana state government. Now, so this is done. Very much clear. Then, within the economy and development, I told you the difficult topic is environment and development. Okay, understand that very clearly. Environment and development. So it is a very difficult topic. Why? Because they have asked the things in a much more detailed manner. For example, I will give you. They asked one thing, that they have asked something like environment pollution and solid waste management. Within the solid waste management, they have asked about the types of solid waste, factors affecting the solid waste generation, impact of solid waste on the water bodies or on the environment. Okay, then recycling of the solid waste, reuse of the solid waste. That means here whatever the topics that are mentioned in the environment and development, they are having a lot of depth. So see here, on one single solid waste management, they asked about types, they asked about the various technologies, they asked about the reuse, recycling, they asked about the impact of the solid waste. So like this, the depth of the topics included here is very much very in detail. That means you have to cover these topics in a detailed manner, and to get the information, it is not that much easy. So are you getting the things here? Environment and development. So this is the difficult topic here. And apart from that, you have to read about the you should also know about the biodiversity, the threats to biodiversity, okay, the endangered species, why they were being threatened, okay, the forest, okay, deforestation, the problem of deforestation, forest fires, recent forest fires, why they happen, okay, why they are happening in a particular time period, in a particular place, how we can control them, okay, then ozone layer depletion, why the ozone layer was depleted, okay, what the world has did, what India has did, okay, are our efforts successful in overcoming the ozone hole, okay, then the issues, such a deep issues were asked here. They asked about, for example, I will read one thing that they have asked in detail about the resources. See here, natural resources. They asked in detail about the forest resources. Okay, they asked about the water resources. They asked about the this particular land resources. They asked about the impact of mining on the environment. Apart from that, they have asked about this particular global warming. Why global warming is happening? Okay, how global warming is leading to climate change, and why the climate change is responsible for the intense natural disasters like cyclones, okay, and what the world is doing to overcome the global warming and climate change, and what India is doing, since you are preparing for the Telangana group 1 examination, you should also know what Telangana government is also doing for the this particular global warming problem and overcoming the climate change problem at the Telangana state level. Okay, what are its roles? What are its policies? What are its programs? Such an in-depth study is required here. And this particular environment and development, what is happening is that you do not have a standard book where you have all this information. Okay, are you getting it? So it is the difficult part. Again, I am telling you, every paper has a difficult section. You identify that, you master that, you get good score, overall your score will improve, and finally there will be greater chances of you selecting, okay, going to the interview and being in the final list of the group 1. So this is the important topic here, the environment and development. And the good thing is that we have made a very good notes on the environment and development, and I will be teaching this topic, so it will be covering around 30 to 35 hours, 30 to 35 hours. Okay, so this topic I will be teaching in the Ashok Sir Telangana Academy app. 30 to 35 hours it will come. So this 50 marks, if you read, if you attend the class, it will be useful here for 50 marks. The same thing is useful for prelims group 1, where they have given the environmental issues, disaster management. Same content I will be teaching in the UPSC standard, that will be useful for your UPSC civil service prelims examination also. One more thing is that, okay, you can expect a essay also from the environment and development. You can expect a essay also from environment and development. So see here, already I told you, if you are mastering this Indian economy and Telangana economy, what will happen? You can attempt an essay on economic growth and justice. You can attempt an essay on economic growth and justice. So this thing I have done, historical and cultural heritage of India. Here you can cover these two topics. Okay. Now next paper, paper 5. Okay, science and technology, data interpretation. Science and technology, data interpretation. Now see here, within this particular paper 5, science and technology, data interpretation, we have three subsections. In that, the first section is science and technology. The role and impact of science and technology. That is what is mentioned in this particular syllabus. So second, the topic is modern trends in application of knowledge of science. How we apply the knowledge of science, okay, and what are the latest developments that are happening in the science and how they are making impact on the life of the people. So that is what is discussed given in the syllabus, modern trends in the application of knowledge of science. So here they discussed about this particular food biotechnology, how you apply the biotechnology, okay, for growing the good quality nutritious crops, how you will apply the biotechnology to grow the drought resistant or heat resistant crops. Why? Because we have the issue of global warming. How you apply the biotechnology to overcome the problem of pesticides and insecticides, how we applied the biotechnology to increase the production of food crops. So all these are modern trends in application of knowledge of science. Biotechnology is there. Then you have this particular vaccines. Okay, what are the various technologies or techniques, improved techniques that were introduced to come out with the vaccines, advanced vaccines that can treat the various viral diseases and other diseases, okay, that are part of this particular modern trends in application of knowledge of science. It is more of biological. It is a mix of biological, okay, sciences. It's a mix of biology. Mostly the content here is biology. So they asked about the crop sciences in India, okay, crop plants, forest species that are growing in India, medicinal plants, okay. All these things were part of this particular modern trends in application of knowledge of science. It is very easy, it is not that much difficult. That much difficulty is not there here. If you have some basic knowledge about the this particular botany and the geology, then this is a simple topic. It's a simple topic. But I told you, each and every paper will have a difficult section. So here the difficult section is science and technology. Here the difficult section is science and technology. So in the science and technology, he has given the syllabus in a very good manner, in a very good and elaborate manner. For example, he is asking the things like space program in India and its application with reference to agriculture sector, industrial sector and rural developmental activities. So he is asking the space technologies in India. At the same time, he is asking how these space technologies are applied in the agriculture sector, industrial sector, and also this particular you have the rural developmental activities. So not only here reading about the science and technology, space technology, sorry, how you apply the space for the increasing agriculture productivity in India. How we apply the space technologies, okay, to increase the industrial development in India. How you apply this for rural developmental activities. So application part is stressed here, science and technology. See here, for everybody will discuss about this particular, okay, what are remote sensing satellites, okay, they will make the list of remote sensing satellite. But how a remote sensing satellite is used to improve the agriculture in India, how it is used to locate the mineral resources and extract those mineral resources and apply for industrial development in India, how you utilize this particular satellites, communication satellites to bring the digital revolution in the rural areas. So such an application is stressed here, such a huge level of application is stressed here in this science and technology part. That means your answer should consist of the basic space related terms, the explanation and also the application, where it is applied and what are the results of those applications. Such an in-depth understanding is required in the science and technology topic. Okay, we're getting nothing. And they asked about the various things like space, defense, okay, nano, okay, computers and communication technologies. All these things are part of here. Energy resources, conventional and non-conventional energy resources, okay, application of science and technology or space technology in education, okay, agriculture, climate change, floods, cyclones, tsunamis, how you deal the natural disasters, man-made disasters with the space technology. Such a high level of application is there here. So your answer should consist of the subject and the application part. And by applying that technology, what are the positive changes that were brought in the lives of the people? So these three aspects you have to connect and discuss in this particular science and technology topic. Okay, so here in this particular paper 5, the difficult topic is science and technology. Understand that very clearly. Okay, repeating the things. Modern trends in the application of knowledge of science. So here it is a general topic. So see here, modern trends in application. So it's generally asking application part. The technology is there, it is applied, where it is applied. That's it. But here in the science and technology, the syllabus is given in a detailed manner. So this is the thing here. So it is very simple, science and technology. It is very difficult in this particular paper 5. So the difficult part in the paper 5 is science and technology. In paper 4 is environment and development. In paper 3 is governance. In paper 2 is geography of India and Telangana. Here in paper 2, geography of India and Telangana is difficult. Why? Because the content is very huge and a lot of facts should be corrected. Here in the paper 3, governance is a difficult part, that is having its roots in the public administration. In the paper 4, economy and development, the difficult part is environment and development because a lot of current updates will be there here. Okay. And paper 5, the difficult part is science and technology. What is the technology? Where you are applying? What is the impact of that particular application? And in which areas you are able to apply. So these are the difficult parts. Then you have the third topic, data interpretation, problem solving. Very simple. If you are preparing for any bank examination, then obviously okay you can clear this particular section, data interpretation and problem solving. Okay, very simple. Nothing is there here. Simply they will give the graphs, charts, okay, line, pie charts, all those things, and you need to find a conclusion, okay, or derive a conclusion from those, okay, things. Then the problem solving, you have the time and works, okay, time and distance, simple interest, okay, compound interest, okay, quantitative aptitude, okay, some of the chapters. It's easy once you definitely everybody is preparing nowadays for the bank exams and other exams, other competitive exams. This section I don't find it will be difficult. If at all you have any difficult with the mathematics, okay, non maths, okay, background student, then you have to focus a bit, okay, not much, focus a bit. That is more than sufficient for solving this particular problems. So this is the easiest part, and the data interpretation, problem solving is the easiest part. Science and technology is the very difficult part in this particular paper. Now coming to the last paper, the paper 6, Telangana movement and state formation. Telangana movement and state formation, the paper 6. So it is the last paper, and in this it is divided into 3 sections. The idea of Telangana, 1948 to 1970, mobilization phase, 1971 to 1990, towards the formation of Telangana state, 1991 to 2014. Now understand here, Telangana movement and state formation, no doubt it is the most difficult paper in the entire Group 1 syllabus. Okay, understand that very clearly. This paper is the most difficult paper. Why it is a difficult paper? Why? Because okay, very few books are there, and very few of the professors and teachers are there who did the research in this particular Telangana movement, from the historical aspect, from the cultural aspect, from the economical aspect, from the political aspect. Okay, very few people are there who can understand the essence or the soul of this particular, okay, Telangana movement and state formation topic. Okay, are you getting the things here? In this it is given. So that's, from that angle it will be a very difficult thing. From that angle it will be a very difficult thing. And whatever the material that are available in the market, they are very bulky in nature. They are very bulky in nature, and they have a lot of content in them. If you are able to prepare on your own this particular topic, what will happen is that if you are able to prepare this particular topic on your own, what will happen is that you will take a lot of time. The best thing is that definitely you require a guidance. I will tell my own example. I took a lot of time, okay, when I am preparing this particular topic during my 2017 UPSC interview process. And I took a lot of time to understand the topics, to interlink the topics, to connect these topics from the background. Okay, I was asked some very difficult questions from the Telangana history and the Telangana movement, and I could not answer to the satisfaction of the panel members. That I will agree openly. Now, when I got this particular okay, the guidance of the Ashok sir, okay, I came to understand the how you should read this particular Telangana movement and state formation, okay, from the historical point of view, from the political history point of view, from the cultural point of view, from socio-economic point of view, from a background. So I got a very good guidance, okay, fortunately from the Ashok sir, okay, and the research scholar in the Osmania University on this particular subject. Okay, so I learned the subject from that particular sir. I agree that, and I am very much indebted, okay, for that, okay, to the Ashok sir. There is no doubt about that. Okay, so this Telangana movement and state formation, if you read on your own, you will take a lot of time. So my sincere and clear advice is this: you take the guidance. Now I am telling you why you need to take the guidance, because the material is a lot of material is there, a lot of content is there, and you have to go with the various books and check the things from various sources. Instead of that, you just go for the expert, okay, who is already well versed. For example, we have the Ashok sir here. Then you just take the guidance and you can easily complete this particular paper and master this particular paper. The only thing you require here is understand the things clearly from the roots, from the historical backgrounds, interconnect the things. That means you have to just move from the background and also you have to come to the present situation. Interconnect the things, how the Telangana was before the independence, how the Telangana was during the Operation Polo times, how the Telangana was in the mobilization phase or the middle phase of the state formation, how the Telangana is in the 1991 2014, and how it is making progress now. Such an interconnection is required in this particular Telangana movement and state formation paper. Once you get that particular interconnection and subject clarity, only thing that is required is practicing good answers from this particular topic of the Telangana movement and state formation. So this is the thing here. So you cannot divide these sections. You cannot divide the sections idea of Telangana mobilization towards the formation of Telangana state. No, you have to read them in an interconnected manner or in an integrated manner. Then only you will get an idea about the entire subject, and the same knowledge will be useful for you in writing this particular social issues and problems in the Telangana. And also you can write very good answers in the Telangana society, this particular area, once you have a good grip over this particular subject. So this is the thing here. You cannot separate them because they are all are one single subject. You have to read them in an integrated and interconnected manner. Definitely I recommend that the guidance is required. Why? Because I took a lot of time to understand the things from various books, and I could not find the roots of these particular topics. But once I got the guidance of the Ashok sir last year, then everything was cleared and everything was very much clear in my mind about this Telangana movement and state formation. Already the Ashok sir has started the Telangana movement and state formation in the Ashok Academy app in the Telugu medium student, for the Telugu medium student. Now what we did is that we translated the Ashok sir books into English. We translated the Ashok sir book into English, and the same content that is given by the Ashok sir, the same content which is translated in English, if the book is done and we are ready to explain this entire paper 6 in English, and that is based on the content given by the Ashok sir only. So understand that very clearly. So we are planning to teach this particular Telangana movement and state formation, 3 sections, 150 mark paper in English medium only. So if at all you are interested, you please contact the Ashok sir. We will take some demo classes. Then after 2 demo classes, if you are satisfied, then you join this particular course on English medium Telangana movement and state formation, only in English, 150 marks, all the 3 sections. That will be, the class will be taken by me itself under the guidance of the respected Ashok sir. The content was given by him. I translated it into English, the same content, and after discussing with the Ashok sir, after he says okay for that particular topic, then I will take this particular topic in English in the same place here itself. So this is how we proceed. So this is the overall discussion about this particular the entire group 1 mains preparation plan for the TSPSC. So understand that very clearly. I will just give a quick glance here just for 2-3 minutes. General English, qualifying, but do not neglect it. It is very important. Understand that. English medium students, it will be easy. Telugu medium students, you require practice right from this day itself. Why? Because you need to have the practice for this particular thing. Second is the general essay. I told you the trick is very simple. Once you master the other subjects, general essay will be easy for you. It is a written interview. You have to show your leadership skills, problem solving abilities in a written form. But further, you need to have the subject knowledge. And you need to have the positive set mind to present a good essay. And essay paper, always remember, it decides whether you should go for interview or what post should you get in the final list. is decided by the essay only. Understand that essay is important. It decides your rank in the entire examination. Then paper 2, history and culture and geography. It includes history and culture of India, that is ancient India, medieval India, modern India and culture of India. It includes history and culture of Telangana. Okay, then it includes geography of India and the geography of Telangana. The difficult part is this only. Okay, geography of India, geography of Telangana. You need to read it in an integrated manner, in an integrated, coordinated manner. Paper 3, Indian Society, Constitution and Governance. Here you have Indian Society and Telangana Society. Same thing. You need to read it in an integrated manner. Okay. Then Indian Polity. It's an easy thing. Okay. Of all the subjects, it's an easy thing. Governance, somewhat difficult, which has its roots in public administration. Economy and Development. Next paper, paper 4. Indian economy, Telangana economy. You need to go for integrated reading. It will be easy. Syllabus is limited. Okay. The sources have already mentioned. Okay. In the just if you see from the first, you know the sources of Indian economy. Then environment and development. Difficult part. English medium. I will teach here itself in this app. Okay. It's a short course. About 30 to 35 hours course will be there. Useful for UPSC and also for the group 1 mains 50 marks and prelims. Okay. 30 to 35 hours. I will only take it. Then paper 5. Science and technology, data interpretation. Science and technology, difficult part. Okay. Modern trends in application of knowledge of science, easy. Data interpretation, problem solving, easy. Okay, because many of you are preparing for the banks and all those exams. Paper 6, Telangana movement and state formation. So you cannot divide this into sections. It's an integrated paper. You have to read it in an integrated manner. Idea of Telangana. Okay, 1948 to 1970. Okay, why we require a separate state of Telangana? Okay, what is the need and necessity for Telangana? Why people demanded the Telangana in the initial stages? Okay, what are the various hurdles that were created? Okay, how those hurdles were overcome. Okay, to a greater extent in the mobilization phase, and finally how we are able to achieve the Telangana state by 2014, and how the progress is being done over a period of time 2014. You need to go back to history, that is before 1948. You have to read from 1948 to 2014. Then you have to read the present situation also. Here you have to read it in an integrated manner. So it requires some guidance. Obviously, for all the subjects, I say that there are few topics that requires compulsory guidance is required. In that, you have the paper 6, Telangana movement and state formation, and you also have environment and development, science and technology is there, governance is there. These are that require some guidance. Geography of India and Telangana. So these are the topics that require certain level of guidance from the expert, okay, subject experts. There is no doubt about that. Other things you can, okay, manage yourself to a greater extent. So this is what it is, friends. Hope I hope you liked this particular video and the presentation given on the preparation strategy for the Group 1 mains of TSPSC. So this is the thing here. You please we are going to start. I told you in the English medium. This Telangana movement and state formation under the guidance of Ashok sir. I'm telling you again and again, the content of the Ashok sir was translated into English, and the content, okay, first it is already reviewed by the sir. Okay, after for each and every topic there will be a pre-session which is overlooked by the sir. Once the sir is saying yes, then only we will keep that particular video record. That means you will get very good quality content in the English medium for this particular thing. Without sir satisfying and saying yes, we will not keep the content in the app or in the YouTube especially for this moment. And it will be, if sir permits, and if you people say okay, then I will take it in English under the guidance of this sir. Okay, then environment and development I will take on my own in English medium only. 30 to 35 hours is required. Okay, understand that very clearly. So these are the things. So this is the overall view about this particular Group 1 mains preparation plan. So if you have any doubts, if you have any comments, you can freely ask the Ashok sir, and I will give you my number also to sir. You can ask me, you can clear any doubt. So I am Avinash. So I am interested in teaching to the students. So I appeared for the UPSC mains examination for 4 times and interview in 2017. So I also teach it in the Unacademy platform also recently. So all these are there. Okay, I'm interested in the teaching. Teaching is my passion, simply to say, and that is what it is. I hope you like this particular session, and happy learning, all of you. So please take care. Thank you. Bye bye.